People, today we're going to be fitting up some dry boxes to the AD5X. The files will be linked in the description, and there's be a set of 4 on there. They do look a bit chunky, but hopefully they keep the filament dry for much longer. I'll be testing that in another video. You need a little spacer here to lift the IFS up out of the way. I'm going to do that now because see the height will change for the cutting the tube. I'll do that now. That's a little spacer. It just lifts that up. These are going to be quite close here. I don't know whether to cut this out later or see how it goes. Oops. Alright, let's grab that. I've got a set of tubing, PTFE tubing from AliExpress. It's pretty cheap, and it comes with the fittings, PC4 fittings for the tube attachments. So let's get that spacer fitted, and I'll go through the other bits later. Right. I've been out of action for a while, unfortunately. Picked up an injury, which meant I've been on bed rest for a couple of weeks. So that's been fun. God, I'm dropping everything. Oh, where did that go? There it is. Oh, I've lost the screw. Oh no. Where did that go? Can't see it. There's the spacer. Oh, I took it out and put it up there. It's right here. Right. See how this goes on. The other thing you will need, definitely, is some countersunk 3mm screws at 16mm. Despite having all these nuts and bolts, I didn't have any countersunk ones. Oh, it's gone up quite a bit higher. There you go. Right, I can cut that tube now. Right, move these tubes. PTFE removal tube tool. You need one of them. See my last video for where they are available on printables. This for me is the trickiest part. Don't have very strong fingers. Oh. Got it. Feed one up just to see, just to show it. Goes up in there nice and neat. It is tight on the top with the filaments. Right. I managed to get 200 grams of desiccant inside. I got that from Amazon. Gonna need a PTFE tube removal tool. See my last video on links for where they are, or you can find them on printables or Make a World. This is the inside. So that's 4 50-gram bags of silica gel and a hygrometer on the front. These files are from Flashboard, so they are designed to fit. Again, links in the description, and you put your filament roll spool holder back inside. You will need longer screws to do that. This is what held me up. I didn't have the countersink screws. You can't use a dome head. It needs to be countersunk because the spinny thing, spool holder, won't slide over the top of it, and it's quite a tight fit anyway. I left a little bit of extra pipe inside. This is a PC for 3/8 or 10mm fitting I got with a pipe from AliExpress as a kit. It actually came branded Creality, but I don't think it said that in the description. That's that. I got 4 meters, so it's 2 meters of white, and 2 meters of clear, and 2 meters of blue, and all the fittings in there. As far as the fittings go, you can either glue them in or drill and tap them. I drilled and tapped them because I did have a tap, so it makes sense to do that. But you could, I'll show you on this one, you could just glue in a 1/4 inch 6mm PC4 fitting. You could just glue one straight into the outlet like that, or yeah, screw it and glue it in. That would work as well. But if you have got a 3/8 or 10mm BSP tap, then 8.5mm drill bit down there, and then run the tap through, and it'll be nice and neat like that. Now, each side you want to have 2 coming out the inside and 2 coming out the outside, so they are sided in a sense, where your return on the return spring goes. Now they do give you files to print these little plugs out that pop in there, and you can open and close them like that. But I'm just going to glue the side that's not used shut, put a bit of tape over it and silicone it shut, so it's a better seal. I don't think you're going to want to use them. If you can, you can just drill them out anyway. So yeah, probably not. I did them in PTFE, but not PTFE. What's the other one? TPU. Alright, so you've got to take your spool holders off, and then obviously put them back on there, which you're going to need countersink screws. I think I just said that. Despite having all these nuts and bolts down there, I didn't have any countersink ones, so that's helped me up a little bit. Right, let's get one of these boxes fitted up. I'll show you the process on that. I printed mine out in 0.8mm nozzle, and it took 2 hours for the base and 2.5 hours for the top, and about 40 minutes for the grill. So not too bad. But if you're using a 0.4 nozzle, then yeah, it's going to double that. So it's quite a slog. Get a 0.8 nozzle and yeah, save yourself some time. I'm also going to leave on the end screen the settings I use for high-speed filament, and yeah, you can copy them if you want. Get good results from them. It does knock quite a bit off the time. Okay, preparing the dry boxes. Once you've got your prints, I'm going to put a little bit of tape over the hole that I'm not using, so I remember which side to drill, and then I can just fill it up with glue later. Hot glue do, or any silicone. So that's the side I'm not using. So this side, obviously it changes on that side. This is a 8.5mm drill bit. I don't know what that is in Americana. Doesn't say on that. So you could just drill this out to 10mm and then just glue in the fitting from there. If you don't have a tap. That's what most people will be doing, I'd imagine. So 3/8 BSP or 10mm thread tap. Go really slow because it is plastic. that one done. I can't see. That's it. Yeah. Number 2. In. Okay, off about there. Oh, oh, my brakes. I can't see what I'm doing now. Right. Pop him in there. Okay. I'm going to get my gloves. I can't grip that very well. Okay. All gloved up. Should be able to have hold of it now. Put it in there. Oh, there you go. Easy. And nice and neat. Yeah. Get that one off. Back in here. Pop that in there. Should do it. So looking in the right way. Yeah. Really good fit in there. That's it. And I'm not supposed to twist these, but I've not been able to. Well, again, it's my fingers that are note, just a couple of notes. When you cut your PTFE tube like that, it flattens it over, so it's a good idea to bung something down the end just to get the tube back round again so it doesn't pinch on the filament. I used a, what's this, 2.5mm, 3mm hex driver with a ball end on it. It works well for that. The other thing was, don't try and force these because they do break. I managed to break that. Totally my own fault. It's much better just to take the little bracket off and just bend the wings out a little bit and then they slide straight over. So yeah, watch out for that. Other than that, pretty straightforward. Okay, cheers, thanks for watching.